Well, I saw you got a little outdoor time this weekend. How did it feel?
Very hot.
Very hot, same.
Very, very hot.
Yeah.
It's nice on the water, but very hot.
Brutal.
Yeah, and that humidity is really cranking up. We had some nicer weather last week, but today's like the thing just switched back to summer and the hazy, hot, and humid pattern. The 3 H's of summer, it's locked in place this week. Scattered late day storms, we're seeing some of those already, and we've got a new tropical system in your weather headlines. I wanted to show you the almanac today for two reasons. One, it was 93 today, but also we are seeing our average temperature drop below 90 for the first time since June 29th. So we're over the hump. And also today on this date, 2007, remember that? Specifically 104. That's the all-time record high here in Charlotte. We set it 2 days in a row, which tied the record from 1954. Then in 2012, somehow we did it 3 days in a row, but we've never been hotter than 104, even though we've hit that several times throughout our history. Today, we've got some pop-up storms out there, and the new storms are developing back here in southeastern Gaston County into York County. These are drifting to the east. The outflow boundaries going north. So heads up northern Cleveland County into Lincoln County. Not going to be shocked to see that outflow boundary kick off some additional storms. Near the Tennessee line, Watauga County, near the Watauga Lake over in Tennessee, crossing the border there, moving towards the Boone area. And then you see a couple out towards Albemarle where we've seen some. This one in Union County was with us since 4 o'clock. It is finally beginning to diminish. So is the one near Concord, but it's really this cluster to our southwest that's been going the longest. Now, today, as I mentioned, we've kind of got over the hump of the summer heat. Meteorological summer, again, remember, ends at the end of the month. September 1st is the beginning of meteorological autumn. We're over that hump now where the average high is back in the upper 80s, but it stays pretty warm here in late August into early September. As you know, it could take a while to cool down, but at least we're over what is typically the worst part of the summer. The pop-up storms, though, are becoming a recurring theme here this week. Notice on Tuesday afternoon they pop up. Wednesday they calm down in the morning. Then in the afternoon they bubble back up. They calm down at night. And then Thursday afternoon they bubble back up. We call that diurnal convection, or basically day to night thunderstorm pattern, which really is going to be with us for most of this week because we've got so much humidity out there. Dew points in the 70s. It's going to make it feel pretty sticky. Now, we're also heading towards the peak of the hurricane season here in August. The peak day is on September 10th, so we're just about a month away from that. But really the month before and after is typically when we see the most storms in the Atlantic basin. And today we've got a new system. It doesn't quite have a name yet, but it is what we call potential tropical cyclone 6 because we expect it to form here in the next 24 hours, move across the big islands of the Caribbean. It's going to stay rather weak because it's crossing over these big islands, but also some dry air and wind shear. But once it gets to the southeast Gulf and near the coast of Florida coming up on Saturday, we'll have to pay attention to that because eventually that could bring us some rain maybe the following week, a week from today. But where we got tropical storm watches up for most of the Caribbean, there's a spaghetti plot. It's kind of showing pretty consistent track until you get towards the southern tip of Florida. Then some divergence there. We'll keep an eye on that. But right now, this does not look to be a big system, but could be a big rainmaker for parts of the Caribbean in particular, maybe eventually southern Florida. For us, get used to the hazy, hot, humid weather, low to mid 90s, pop-up storms possible every day into the upcoming weekend. We'll be right back.